Hey guys, hope you're doing well because I know I am. Been enjoying this really nice weather we've been having in Washington. However, it's a little bit too warm to enjoy movies in my room, which is an absolute shame. But, oh well. The one I've been watching today is Bone Tomahawk, starring Kurt Russell, directed by S. Craig Zahler. I think this is his first feature, and it's an indie film, which just blows my mind. It's absolutely spectacular for an indie film, and it's stunning. It's such a good film. I absolutely love it. It's a horror western. I'd say it's more western than horror. I'd say western thriller suspense maybe. Not so much a horror movie as there's cannibals in it, but it's a slower paced movie. Definitely feels like an old western, um, but it grabs you right away, right off the bat. The first shot in the movie is just wow. So it's very gruesome. I'll get back to that. But the cinematography, other than gruesome, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful movie to watch, and it's gorgeous. I love it. The landscape shots are just the work of art. I mean, I like the classic style of cinematography where it's more of the scenes, if you pause the movie at some point, it looks like it could be a painting. I love that. Movies now kind of have lost touch with that, but this movie still captures that very well. Yeah, it also captures the Old West very, very, very well. S. Craig Zahler, the writer, director, screenplay guy, everything. I believe I read that they used his rough draft, um, his rough draft for the actual film, and they used every page, every piece of dialogue because he was so precise in his vision. He was able to use every single thing he wrote. None of it was filler. None of it was, you know, it just wasn't needed. Everything was necessary, and everything was so accurate to how he wanted it depicted. He just worked. And since it's more of an indie film, there was nothing they cut or were forced to add based on productions and other companies having an outside say on the project. So it was entirely his piece, and it came out beautiful. Acting, acting was fantastic, phenomenal. One of those. I was going for one of them, but it was fantastic. I love the acting. Kurt Russell is always great. I love Kurt Russell. Richard Jenkins is always good as well. One more quick point. I forgot to put it in the video when I was doing it. I don't know why. I noticed I did not mention Richard Jenkins' performance. Why, I don't know, but he is stunning in this film. The first time I watched it, I did not know that was him. He is that amazing in this role that I truly lost him. I did not see him at all. None of his characteristics, none of his speaking patterns, nothing. It was he completely encapsulated the character that he was, and it was phenomenal. Just had to say that, throw it in there, because you just can't leave something like that unsaid. So, back to the review. The guy, I don't remember his name, but the guy from The Conjuring, I love him. He's excellent as well. Top-notch performances all around. The dialogue is so sharp. It's just so well written. It's just it's so precise. If I could use a word to describe this movie, it would be precise. The dialogue is so fantastic based on the time period it is, which is late 1800s, early 1900s, which I believe is where they were aiming for. And it came out just perfect. Came out perfect. Before I jump to the final topic, the other topic I want to bring up is the color palette in this movie. It's this very, I don't know how to describe it. It's this kind of bland gray. There's like a cat hair right in my eye. There's like this, it's this bland grayish mocha brown, pale greens, and it's just beautiful. But then the interiors, there's a lot of warm oranges and yellows and not very more light browns, and it's just very beautiful to watch. I love cinematography, the color palette, the look of the film. I love watching it. It's slow paced. It is very slow paced, but something always brings me back. I watched this movie on Amazon Prime a few months ago with a friend, and I enjoyed it then, and something made me want to watch it again. I don't know what it is yet, but something about this movie brings me back and keeps it in my brain. I just keep thinking about it. So that's cool. But finally, the reason it's a horror movie is because they're cannibals, and this movie is said to have some of the most gruesome and violent kills in just like modern cinema. And I attest that. I believe that. I agree with that entirely. The movie, what is it called? Green Inferno. That movie was more, it was violent, but it was more suggested violence. Like the cannibal scenes where you'd see people eating people, it was more left to your imagination than actually showing and depicting the cannibalism, which is disappointing slightly. But this movie isn't. This movie goes balls to the wall, violent, and it is like Mortal Kombat fatality scene violence, and it's so much fun to watch. I'm creepy, it's okay. But yeah, it's a great movie. I absolutely love it. Very inspirational for indie filmmakers because it is an indie. And I think that was all I had to say about this. Yeah, great movie. I definitely recommend it. Bone Tomahawk, starring Kurt Russell, some other guys, but Kurt Russell's the main billing. So, yeah. And while I was watching this, I had some Junior Mints, thanks to a friend. Junior Mints are always good. Do you guys like them in the fridge, freezer? My friend told me to put them in the freezer, and they are so good that way. Oh, man. So that's a review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in the next one on... I'll probably do another what I'm watching, but yeah. So see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy your week. Peace.